Okay, so here we are looking to finish off this baseball. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but there was a spot right through here. You can it makes it easier to see because it is a dark ball. There's a couple spots where that gap wouldn't stay closed as I went through. If I were making this as a ball for sale, I'd probably pull the string back out up to about this point, and then I'd go back through it again, try it again, see if I couldn't close that gap. But this is just going to end up as probably a trophy ball or maybe even a practice ball. I don't know what I'll do with it. But we're going to go ahead and finish this out just so you can see where we are. So we came all the way down, and I got one out this side and one out this side, just like when we ended halfway. But now it's a little different. We got to somehow get a knot in this thing to close it all off so that the string doesn't come out. So I'm going to take the one coming out the right side, and I'm going to go up the left side instead of going across like I did when we were just trying to get the string across. I'm going to come up, and I'm going to come up somewhere in, oops, that's a little too short. I'm going to go ahead and come up like in that, I don't know if you can see it there, but it's right above this string. It can come up pretty much any of these as long as it's far enough up to get the knot. So I'm just going to push it up through there, grab the pliers, pull it out. Now I'm going to take this string that came out this side, I'm going to go up this hole, and I want to come up in the same spot as this string. So as I look, yeah, I can see it's right underneath that stitch. So that's what I'm aiming for with this one. Oops. And again, this is where it's kind of handy to have that masking tape on there so I can slide it and guide it. So I'm coming up. Oops, I'm hitting something there. Oh. So there I came up too low. I want to come up above this one. You can see it's coming up, go a little further below it. I don't want to do that. So I got to try and get it down. There we go. Let me just make sure, yep. So that now coming up just above that string, or the stitch where the other one came out. So I'm going to pull that out. It's me, doggone it. Pull that up tight. Okay, so now they both come up just above that stitch, and I'm going to need to put that needle back on in a second. But for now, this is where we tie off the knot. We want to put a knot in this so that it closes everything off and the strings don't come falling out of the ball. So that's one turn, two turns. Okay, so there's the knot. And the idea now is to pull that knot down underneath there where it's not being visible. And it usually holds its place pretty well. I have had them pop out occasionally, but not very often. So the next trick now is I want to take this needle, and I want to, because I'm above this thread, I want to go right where it came through basically, back down, and I want to come out somewhere in one of those holes. So here I got lucky. I hit the second one up, and that's fine. I like it better when I hit the last one, but that's, not worth fighting it. So I'm going to pull that one, and now when I pull this through, I don't need the needle anymore. It makes that knot disappear down, and you can kind of feel that knot pull down through there. And then just to be safe, take this one, kind of follow right back where that other one went, and now I want to come out through a hole on this other side. Sometimes you hit them, sometimes you don't. Oh, I can see the needle down here, so I'm too far. So I'm going to pull it back out. And just kind of watch for it to pop out somewhere. Oh, okay, so there it came out through that last hole, which was good. It doesn't matter if they line up, we're going to cut them. You won't see them again. Take that needle off, pull this down through, and again you should feel that tug a little bit, pull that knot down through. So if you look, you can see you don't see that knot anymore, it's buried underneath there. And then I'll take these scissors and very carefully get right up to the edge of that ball. Trim that off. And there you have a lemon peel baseball. Okay, next thing you want to do, measure it and weigh it. How close was I? So let's get our measuring stick, measuring tape, right across there. And I'm, okay, so I started at 9.5. I ended up just slightly over 10. Okay, so that's my, and let's go this way and just see how close the round is in round. Yep, and this is right at 10. Okay, so not perfect. I can push it around a little bit. I ended up just over 10. So that tells me now I got to go back to that pattern where I made it at 9.5. And I probably want to adjust it to 9.25. That's probably where I'd go next, because I'd rather have it be a little small than slightly over. So if I adjust that pattern to 9.25, you go through the same process that we went through. You know what the dimensions are, redraw it up, lay down, cut out a piece of leather, and go through that process again. So that's the trial and error part. It's no reason you can't use this ball. But I just, you know, if I say you want to stay within the rules, the guidelines of Beetles, I would make that pattern just slightly smaller now. Now whether you go to 9.25 or 9.3, it's up to you. But just make it a little smaller. And again, it's going to depend on the leather you use. So this more stretchy leather, I would make that pattern even less. I'd probably take that down to 9 inches, because that's going to stretch more. So anyway, we made a lemon peel baseball, and hopefully through the video series that I've shown you, through some trial and error, through some different choices of leather, you'll be able to make your own. If you have any questions, feel free. I think there's ways, I'm going to put these on YouTube, and I'm sure there's ways through YouTube that you can pop in questions at the bottom, and I'll try and answer from time to time. Otherwise, you can just contact me on Facebook, ask me a question, and I'll see what I can do. So hopefully you enjoyed this series. It's fun to make a lemon peel ball. Don't forget, Doc Adams. Check him out too. Great baseball maker. Great person for studying the history of the game. Let me know if you have any questions.